Get ready, guys, because I'm about to put the word labor back in Labor Day weekend. Hey guys, welcome back to my weekly writing vlogs. It's your girl Laura. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I write young adult literature and I'm attempting to get traditionally published. At least that's what I'm trying to chronicle at the moment. Some weeks I'm getting a little bit closer and some weeks I'm barely making any movement at all. I'm hoping though that this will be a week that I make a lot of progress because the last few weeks have been not so much. It is now Wednesday evening. So my last vlog ended Monday night where I finished the Break Into Two. So now I'm introducing the B story. I did work on that a little bit yesterday during my lunch at work and I'm feeling good about where that's going, but I'm still working on it. I haven't really written anything today. It's already late. It's just been a long, boring story, but basically I've been having issues with my camera, issues with my memory card, yada, yada, yada. Long story short, I had to reset my camera to factory settings. I had to get a different memory card. Anyway, so if this looks different than my typical filming, it's because over the years that I've had this camera, I've messed with settings. I don't know what I did, but I had to reset it to factory settings. So I'm not gonna know really what this looks like, if it looks weird or not, until I watch it back. So sorry, oopsie. Anyway, so I just wanted to introduce the vlog because I'm about to head to bed here and just write a little bit before I go to sleep, because I told myself that I was not gonna let myself, what time is it? Okay. I've been staying up to like 2 a.m. and I cannot do that. I have to work in the morning, so I need to go to bed early tonight. But I am gonna work a little bit before bed. Aaron has hurt his arm and he's just in so much pain, so he's already sleeping. So I'm just gonna lay down quietly in the dark, and I think I get some of my best work done like that, like just in my bed, in the dark, by myself. I work best in complete quiet. So, yeah, so what I was saying in my intro though is this is Labor Day weekend and I plan to work a lot. Like I said, Aaron hurt his shoulder pretty bad. He's had some ongoing shoulder issues for years, and he did something to it this week, so he's got to go back to the ortho on Friday. We're thinking he's probably going to get one of those cortisone shots or whatever, which is so painful, you guys. If you ever had one, they're so painful. And so he probably will be out of commission a lot of this weekend, so I don't think we'll be able to do anything fun. If we are, we might go swimming at the beach, but I'm anticipating he's probably gonna be in a lot of pain. So I plan to get a lot of writing done, and a lot of vlogging, even though I say that every week and it doesn't really happen. It will this week because I'm saying it will, and I'm saying it in a different way this time. But it's Labor Day weekend. I want to take advantage of that, especially because I think this is our last weekend here with the in-laws. The people that are in our place have already started moving out. So I think they'll use Labor Day weekend to, you know, get the rest out. So I think starting next weekend, we're going to start moving in. So I don't know how much I'm going to get done then. So I really want to get a lot done now. So after the B story, I think it goes into the fun and games, which is a pretty long section. I think it's the longest section of the book. So my goal is to, for sure, be done with the B story and then, you know, get a good chunk of the fun and games. There are some fun and games parts that I'm gonna have to rewrite whole new scenes, and then there's some scenes that I'm gonna keep pretty much the whole thing. So I don't know how long it's gonna take me. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. But I'm gonna try to be a little bit more specific with my story moving forward. I've been kind of holding some of it back. You know how it is, but in a lot of ways this is kind of like a typical contemporary where it's like she's at school, so they do school things. One of the main sort of plot points is she's been homeschooled after the thing that happened to her happened, and now she's been thrust back into public school, kind of against her own will in a way. I'll explain more when I officially give like a synopsis of my story someday, when I can articulate it in a way that makes people want to read it. So the B story, or the Break Into Two, it's her first day back at school for the first time in years. Her first day of high school. She's a junior. She never went there freshman and sophomore year. And she is in her first class. So she's meeting the important people that are going to be in her life in this scene, and then the fun and games are going to start with all the fun high school stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to be working on. I'm excited, but also very nervous. So But I'm going to use the 3-day weekend, since I don't work on Monday, to really, like I said, put the labor back in Labor Day weekend. And by labor, I mean writing. So, so yeah, but I'm gonna get in bed now because it's late and I want to get some writing done. So this will probably be it for tonight. I will check in tomorrow. We have our Thirsty Thursday live write-ins. If you don't know what a write-in is, someone asked on my last vlog what a write-in is. It's just where me and whoever I host with, I always host with my brother Kevin. We take turns on each other's channels. This week it's on my channel. And then if other people want to host, they can always reach out to us. We are happy. We have other hosts before, where we're on the live chat and then you guys are chatting in the comments. We're on the video and we just write together and we talk about writing, and sometimes we talk about other stuff. It's just kind of like a writer's hangout, and we do sprints during it. So the whole thing isn't sprints, but we do some sprints and then we talk about some stuff, and we do some sprints and we talk about some stuff. It's just to build community and be productive and get stuff done, and also drink some adult drinks. So that's what I do anyway. That's why we call it Thirsty Thursday. So that's every Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. This week, wait, when you see this though, my week will already be done. So I always put down in my description the upcoming dates and whose channel they're on. So you can just look there. So always be looking in my description for the next live write-in and whose channel it's on. So I will update you tomorrow on how much I got done tonight and then during my lunch tomorrow, because my lunch today I didn't work any because I had to edit my vlog for today, which actually went up today, Wednesday. So if you haven't seen that yet, I will link that above. So yeah, so I will check in tomorrow. I'll let you know how much I got done, where I'm at, and give you a little glimpse maybe of the live show. So all right guys, good night. I'll see you in 2.5. All right guys, we are actually, it's Thursday night and we are on the last sprint of our live chat, our Thirsty Thursday, and I'm working on revisions, and we were, you know, usual chat besides writing. We're talking about Miss Trisha Paytas, my queen, and then also Jake Paul, fake marriages, ASMR, you know, the huge. But I've been getting some actual editing done. I'm feeling really good about this week and my progress. I think it's gonna go well, so super exciting. And I'll catch you up with what I got done once this is over. Oh yeah, also drank 3 glasses of wine. Finish this stuff off. It's Duplin white sangria. This is my husband's family, like his cousins, own this winery here in North Carolina. So we drink a lot of Duplin in this house. It's a sweet muscadine wine. Yeah, so all right, I'm gonna finish up this last sprint and then I'll catch you up. Hey guys, it is Saturday afternoon. It is August 31st. Which means it's the last day of the month. What that means is I'm very behind. My plan was to be done with Act 2 by the end of this month so that I could spend all of September on Act 3, so I could start plotting my new book in October for Nano in November. So, okay, but I'm not gonna stress about that, because this is my Labor Day weekend where I'm gonna really hustle and I'm gonna get as much writing done as I can. I've already warned the hubby. He, like I told you guys, he's having some shoulder issues, so he's on muscle relaxers and all kinds of stuff. So he's just gonna listen to his book, get some nice rest while I work on my book. So the last clip you saw was from Thursday of my write-in, our Thirsty Thursdays, which we do every single Thursday. We trade off channels. This last week was my channel. This upcoming week will be Kevin's. Hopefully I'll be able to make it to Kevin's, because looks like Hurricane Dorian may be hitting us on Thursday. So I don't know, keep us in your thoughts, guys. This area was hit by a Category 1 last year, and there are people who are still displaced from their homes. There was a lot of flooding, especially in some rural areas where people, you know, don't have as much money, and there was so much work that needed to be done that there weren't even enough like contractors and handymen and like all the people who do things to get people back into their homes. I have a friend who just got back into her home last month, and it hit this time last year. The people who are living in the home that we're supposed to be moving into, the reason why they were staying in our home was because they were displaced, and they're literally just moving back into their place this week. And now it looks like it's going to be a Category 2 when it hits us. So we're a little worried about that. I'm trying to stay positive. So keep us in your thoughts. Basically though, I don't know, hopefully we'll have internet and electricity. Our house, well, I'm still living with Aaron's parents, is in the downtown area. We are not low lying, so we don't get flooding here. And the house has been standing for over 100 years, so we're in the historic district. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be okay here, but the electricity does go out very easily here. So I don't know if I'll be there for next Thursday, and you'll be seeing this on Tuesday, so I don't know if I'm gonna be there. Anyway, but I showed you guys the clip Thursday. I said I was gonna recap after, I was so exhausted after that. I also had like 3 glasses of wine. I just I went right to sleep. And then, so I wanted to recap what all I got done on Thursday. So between some writing during my lunch, I think I wrote on my lunch that day, and then also during the live stream, I was able to get a good section of the B story done. I'm kind of, if you've been watching these, I kind of chronicle by the beats from Save the Cat Writes a Novel. If you don't know that book, if you've never heard of it, are you new here? But if you want to check it out, I have it linked down in my description. Also, if you didn't get to watch our Thirsty Thursday live write-in last week, I will link that above so you can go check that out and maybe write along with us. I've had a lot of people tell me that they watch them after the fact, and it still helps them be able to write. So I do that for sure. So yeah, so back to the B story. So basically my B story works, so the B story is supposed to be where you introduce the new characters in the new world. So mine kind of is broken into 3 sections. There's the time she meets Chrissy. My main character's name is Ivy. It's when she meets Chrissy, who will become her like best friend or whatever. Then there's a scene in the middle of the day where we meet some of the other sort of like ancillary friends, and then also the sort of nemesis of school and like her friends. And then there's the section at the end of the school day where the love interest is introduced. So I have those 3 sections, and the first section I finished where we're introduced to Chrissy, who I love. She's probably one of my favorite characters. I have 2. So my first book I ever wrote, which will never see the light of day. I might do something with some of that stuff, but y'all, terrible. But I wrote this really great best friend character, Wick, who I just love, and the people who did read it loved Wick as well. Chrissy reminds me a lot of Wick. She's a very similar character, and I love her so much. But anyway, so I got the introduction to her. I feel good about that section. And so now I'm moving into the middle section, which is basically a lunch scene. So on her first day of school. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. Basically, after I get this B story done, then I move into the fun and games, which is like the longest section. That is the section that the most of the stuff will stay, but I do have whole new scenes to write, so I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm trying not to get discouraged because that's not going to help anybody. But this is taking so much longer than I was anticipating, and I'm just getting a little restless about it. But I did come up with another idea to sort of layer one of the plot lines later, and I talked to Aaron about it last night, and he is really on board for it. So I'm excited about that. I do think that the longer I'm taking to write this and the more I'm thinking about it, it's helping me layer, you know, so that it's not just like a surface story. There's a lot of layering, a lot of like more intricate plot lines than I initially came up with. So I think it's making it richer. I don't know, maybe it's just making it terrible, who knows. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. I am about to start working on the section right now, but I wanted to update you guys. And yeah, so I'm about to do some Mean Girl writing right now, so that should be fun. And yeah, we're just kind of keeping an eye on the hurricane, so I don't know, fingers crossed. I've been working on it, but it's time for a Starbucks break. Mango dragon fruit is literally the best drink at Starbucks. I don't even need caffeine, although I think this has like a little bit in it. This like literally gives me life, and I love the little dragon fruit crunchy bits. Starbucks, call me, sponsor me, love me. We're here picking up some food at Flamin' Amy's Burrito Barn. Hey guys, it is now Saturday night. I mean, I guess it's technically Sunday morning. It's a little after 1 a.m. I just kind of wanted to update you with how my first day went with my Labor Day weekend writing thing. I should have called it something. My writing fiasco. I don't know. I'm not good at these things. Anyway, you know, it's going. It was not as productive as I thought. I was really hoping to get through, you know, I told you there was basically 4 parts to the B story. I was hoping to get, I have the first part done. I was hoping to get done with the second part. Wait, am I doing that math wrong? I told you guys there were 3 parts to the B story. I have the first one done. I'm currently working on the second one. I was hoping to get the second one done so that tomorrow I could get the third one done. And then by Monday, move on to fun and games. But I didn't quite get it done. I did put work into it. It's been a little distracting. We've been kind of watching the Weather Channel a lot today. The trajectory has changed of the storm. It's looking like it's gonna make landfall here. Just it's a little scary, guys. And that'll be Thursday morning. Whoa, did you see that? It was a mosquito hawk just like flew in front of my face. But me and mosquito hawks were friends because I'm allergic to mosquito bites, so I like to have them hanging around to eat the little skeeters. Anyway, it just freaked me out. So anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So it looks like it's gonna make landfall here. And like I said, like our house in particular will probably be okay. I mean, we won't have like flooding here. But we will probably lose electricity, and it's just so hot and muggy here, and there's so many bugs. I don't know. I'm a little nervous about that. Also Thursdays when I do Thirsty Thursday, and I don't know if I'm gonna have the electricity to do it, so a lot of things are up in the air. So we've kind of just been glued to the Weather Channel all day, and so I have been working on it, thinking about it. But what I'm really, the scene that I'm doing is a sort of interaction in a cafeteria with this sort of mean girl little clique, and the dialogue's not working for me. I'm trying to make it more like authentic, and I don't know, like, I don't know. I didn't think writing mean girls would be so hard. But I guess since I'm so nice and sweet that it just doesn't come to me naturally. But I'm just trying to make it not contrived. Like, this is a trope that happens like in tons of YA contemporaries. So I need to tread lightly with it. I don't want it to be like cliche, but I also want it to be like understandable. Like I want it to be like, why, realistic, I guess. You know, I don't know. So I've been spending a lot of time like just looking at a sentence. Oh my gosh, like the first like 2 to 3 sentences that introduce that scene, I probably rewrote like 50 versions of it. Spending way too much time on sentences, but just none of it was like working. I think I finally got a good version for those that was like leading into the scene, but now I'm like working on the dialogue, and I just, I don't know. I got one of the dialogue parts I think is good, but one of the other girls is supposed to say something that really upsets the main character, and I'm just struggling with having it. I don't know. I didn't like what I had, so I just keep thinking about it. I keep trying to like close my eyes, imagine the scene, you know, imagine the character. So yes, that's what I'm working on. So I'm really hoping that I can get that done tomorrow. We are gonna do some hurricane. Well, you know what my father-in-law calls it, hurricane. It's a hurricane coming. So we're gonna do some hurricane prep tomorrow. We need to go get some water and non-perishable stuff, you know, things like that, just to kind of prepare for who knows. So I think we're also gonna go check out the beach. When there are impending hurricanes, there's really high surf and some high waves, so we always go and check out the beach all the way up until when it's not safe, you know, because we know days and days in advance before it comes. I have been here for hurricanes before, but the hurricanes have been worse the last few years, and I have not been here during the bad ones. I think the worst one that ever hit, so I lived here before for 8 years, from 2004 to 2012. So the worst one that hit here, I think it was actually in 2004, and it was a category 1. It had little to no rain, but the wind was really, really bad. Like really bad. Like I worked until noon because it was supposed to hit like around 1 or 2, and don't even get me started on that. But and Aaron had to come pick me up from work, and I was like trying to get out of the building, and the wind was like sucking me. I had to like hold on to the door like how you see in movies. Like it was really crazy. And that was my first year living here from like the Midwest, and I was like, God, where do I live? What is my life? But we were really fortunate that like nothing really bad happened the rest of the time I lived here. But you know, with all this climate change, these hurricanes are getting worse and they're getting more frequent, and unfortunately I just think that's the way of the future. I think this is going to become more and more common, and I think a lot of people are going to have to start rethinking where they live and how they live, unfortunately, but that's a whole different topic. So anyway, we're gonna go tomorrow to get some stuff to prepare. So hopefully I can get some work done. I'd like to be done with this section. At the very least, by the end of the Labor Day weekend, I'd like to be done with the B story. But I've said this many times in my vlogs before, and my at the very least doesn't mean it. So we'll see what happens, but I am really trying. I also finished the 3rd book in the Raven Boy series. I ended up reading, this is the last day of the month, I ended up reading 10 books this month. And when I say read, I mean listen to an audiobook. But my job, what I do is all on the computer, so it takes little to no speaking to people. So I get to listen to audiobooks all day at my job, which is so different than I'm used to, but I'm enjoying that. So I had 10 books this month, so that was really crazy. All of them were contemporaries until I started reading the Raven cycle. So finished the 3rd one. I know this is like an old series, but I got throttled on Scribd, so I had to find some old stuff to listen to. So they're okay. I don't know. This isn't a book blog, so they're good. They're fine. So I'm gonna finish the 4th one soon. So look, I'm starting to get tired. My eyes are getting red and itchy. My doggies want me. Oh, okay. So I'll check in tomorrow, let you know how things are going, and who knows? Every time we wake up with hurricanes, something new has happened overnight. So we'll see what's going on with Senor Dorian tomorrow. Hey guys, happy Labor Day. Whoo, your girl is looking rough. I didn't end up filming anything yesterday for several reasons. One, I got another headache. I don't know if you've been watching my weekly vlogs, but this is like the 3rd Sunday in a row that I developed one of my headaches, which is pretty, it's more common than they usually are for me. But that one didn't feel like a neck headache, which is what my previous ones had been. Ugh, I still have sleep in my eyes. I need to get in the shower. Anyway, I know it's like the middle of the day. Why haven't I showered yet? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. So I think that one, I think I was dehydrated. I'm not great about drinking water. I've been really trying to do better. But this last week I kind of fell off, and I take a medication that's like a diuretic, so it already makes me more prone to dehydration. And I think I drank like 2 bottles of water the whole week. I mean, obviously I drank like pop and juice and stuff that has liquid in it, but I didn't drink like straight up water like at all last week. So I think that might have been the headache. So I had that for about like half the day, and then really I just spent most of the day watching the Weather Channel. So it looks like the hurricane is going to be hitting us around a Cat 2. We're not worried so much about flooding or like the house being blown over. Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But we are worried about losing electricity. So depending on what's going on with my job, because I can work from home if they want us to. So I'm gonna go in tomorrow, obviously, Tuesday, and we'll see what they say. But I think if they're gonna have us work from home, if we have electricity, we may actually leave town. I've been talking to the in-laws about it, and we may head up. We were originally going to head up to Raleigh, which is only like 2 hours from here, which isn't too bad. And we were going to head up there and get a hotel just so that we don't have to be without electricity, because it's really hot here, folks. Even with a storm hitting, it's super muggy and hot, and we can't really leave the doors open or the windows open because where we live is downtown. We're like 2 blocks from the river, and so I mean, we're high enough up that like that river's not gonna flood us here. We're like uphill, but we're only 2 blocks from the river, which means mosquitoes, lots and lots of mosquitoes, and I am highly allergic to insect bites. So we could not sit here in this hot, muggy house with just like mosquitoes eating me alive. Last year when Florence hit, my in-laws in this house were without electricity for 4 days, and it was unbearable for them, and they had to leave. So if it looks like it's gonna hit like we're expecting, then we probably will leave town. Now, we may not go to Raleigh actually, because Erin and I have tickets to see Trisha Paytas. If you don't know who Trisha Paytas is, she is my YouTube queen. I just really love her. I know she's, you know, some people have some feelings about her. I love people who are 100% authentic themselves. I just love it. And I love that she's unapologetically herself, and you know, it's relatable content for me. So I wanted to see her. I thought it'd be hilarious to see her perform some of her songs, and I don't know. Anyway, we thought it would be fun. So she is performing Saturday afternoon at like noon, which is a weird time for a concert, but whatever, in Charlotte. And so Erin and I originally had planned to head up to Charlotte, which is about 3.5 hours from here, to head up to Charlotte Friday night after we got off work, so that we could just already be in Charlotte Saturday morning, so we didn't have to leave really early and get to the venue early. But if we're going to be leaving town because of the hurricane, we're thinking we may just head up to Charlotte. If we do that, it would probably be Wednesday night, because I think that's when the hurricane was supposed to be starting to get the outer bands. So like Thursday night, Wednesday night, maybe Thursday morning. Again, it depends on what's going on with our work situations. So I don't know if I'll be doing the live chat this Thursday, just because I don't know where we'll be. I don't know if I'll have the connectivity, and I don't know if I'll have the electricity. So if we're still here in the house, I might not have electricity. If we're in a hotel, you know, internet is notorious for being terrible. I will still try, but I don't know. But if I can't, as long as we're not like in the throes of some sort of like trying to save our lives or something, I will at least try to get into the chat, because it will be on Kevin's channel, and I should be able to do that from my phone. So I will be there. I just don't know if I'll be on screen. So just don't forget though, it's this Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Thirsty Thursday, on Kevin's channel, Kevlandia. So I'll link his channel above. So yeah. Now, as far as my writing goes, I did get some writing done yesterday. I read Erin. I told you guys that my B story has 3 scenes, basically. We have first class, lunch, last class of the day. So I read Erin the first class. He gave me some good suggestions. That one's good. Signed, sealed, delivered. That one's done. Then I have edited most of the lunch scene. Now, the reason why this is taking a little bit longer is I have a character, Rama, who I showed you in my work in progress tag. If you haven't watched that video, I will link that above. So Rama is Dewani's girlfriend, and I originally didn't introduce her until a little bit later, but I decided to introduce her earlier in the lunch scene. So I've got to write her into the scene, which means changing some of the, well, it means changing the scene, right? Because now she's in the scene. And it's really important for me how you introduce a character. So I really needed to think a lot about like where she's entering conversations, what she's saying, because this is our first, you know, view of her. So I've been thinking kind of hard on that. So all the way up until Rama is introduced, I have finished that and I read that part to Erin. So now I'm just working, and he made some really good suggestions of some things. I'm still kind of struggling with transitions between like okay, we were in the first class, now we're at lunch, like how to transition to those, but I'm gonna think on that some more. But anyway, so I am working now on, he made some good suggestions. I'm going to be fixing those, and then I'm just trying to finish up the little, it's just like a little section, I would say maybe 1 paragraph, maybe 2 paragraphs with like Rama and like some, I say paragraphs, but you know, I mean like a chunk of dialogue and action, just to get Rama sort of like introduced well there. And then I'll be able to move on to the third scene, which is the classroom scene, which a lot of that I'm keeping. I just may change the ending a little bit of how that scene ends. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm hoping to get that done today, so that by the end of this vlog tonight, I'll be done with the B storyline. It's kind of hard though, because we're just very distracted by this storm. And I'm trying to like, you know, stay focused on my writing, but also like see what's going on. And it's so devastating what happened in the Bahamas, and it's just so hard to concentrate on other things when such huge things are happening. We were gonna go to the store today. Aaron's parents already got a bunch of water for us, but we were gonna go get some food, but we're probably gonna lose electricity, and so we're probably gonna leave, and so we don't want to get too much food, especially since we have a ton of food still in the fridge. So we need to kind of try to eat that. We'd like to check out the waves before the storm hits. It's always kind of cool to see the way the ocean looks. We went last night to try to get that, and it started raining when we went there, so instead I just kind of we went to a couple of different spots on the beach and decided some poke hunting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this area of North Carolina. Most of you I'm sure are not, but so we live in Wilmington, which is on the coast, but we have 3 beaches. Like Wilmington is like, I don't know how to show it to you, but we're like here, and then there's like the 3 beaches that we have against the ocean. And so we have Wrightsville Beach, Curry Beach, and Carolina Beach. So we usually go to Wrightsville Beach. It's the closest and the easiest to access. It's about maybe 10 minutes from our house, like to get onto the beach, if that. And so the way the beach goes is it's off the Intercoastal Waterway, and it's pretty short, and it actually ends. So we just drove, like I like to do poke hunting on there, so we like to go from one end of the island, it's basically an island, and back. So we were doing that last night, but it started raining and it was windy really bad, which is not even from the storm. It's just another storm front we have. But that kind of sucks because it's already saturating the land, which is not going to be good if we get a lot of rain. So a lot of people here are still recovering from last year. So please keep us in your thoughts. For so many people who lost their homes and jobs and stuff last year, this could be devastating for them. So just trying to stay positive. So anyway, I'm gonna try to get this B story done by the end of the night tonight. It's already 5 o'clock, so I don't know, I'm just so distracted by everything, but trying to stay positive. And yeah, we were supposed to be moving out basically this week. That's been put on pause, another pause, so we'll see what goes on with that. So all right guys, I'm gonna write a little bit, and yeah, I'll update you in a little while how it's going. We took a, I took a short little break from writing to head out here to Wrightsville Beach. We wanted to check on the beach, the water, the waves. They're a little angry today, but we haven't gotten the hurricane yet, so we always like to see the progress of the ocean. So probably next week vlog I'll show some more of when the actual hurricane is hitting. But tonight they were just a little stronger, the waves. We always like to see the calm right before the storm, so yeah. But it's getting kind of dark and I need to get back and get some more writing done before the end of the night, so off back to the house. Hey guys, it is a little after 2 a.m. I should be in bed since I have work in the morning, but I did it. I finished the B story beat. So I'm pretty excited that I got it done. I wanted to stay up until I finished it. So as I told you guys, it was basically the first day of school, and it focused on 3 like scenes or events, and one was like first class, lunch, and the last class of the day. So, and that's where we get introduced to all the sort of characters from school that are going to be important. Well, most of them. There's like one that's not, but he's not that important actually. So, oh no, now that I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking, should I have introduced him earlier? Ugh, okay, I don't want to think about that right now. I think it's okay with him not being introduced right now because he's not really that. Ugh, okay, I'm just gonna not think about that right now because I finished it. And I'll worry about that later. But I went through all 3 scenes. I really edited them. I read them aloud to Aaron. He gave them all the Aaron stamp of approval after making some adjustments based on his advice. And he's heard the you know, the revisions, and he's good now. So I can officially move on to the fun and games. Now, I would have liked to have gotten more done, but I'm excited that I just got that done. But it does have me thinking. I've been working on revisions since the April Nano when I finished the draft, the first draft. So what is that, like May, June, July, August, 4 months. 4 months, and I only got through the first act and the first 2 beats, really. It's got me where I can't do another 4 months of revision or more. I just can't. I mean, I guess I can, like, it takes what it takes, but I'm writing something new for Nano. So if I'm not done revising by then, I mean, I still have 2 months, but if I'm not done revising by then, I'm just going to take a break from it and write something new, because that's the plan, and I need to stick to that plan. But I'm going to try really, really hard this month, harder than I've been trying. I mean, I've gotten out of the adjustments of the new job. We are going to be hopefully moving. It's always something, you know, this freaking hurricane now, so. But I should be able to be more settled in and be able to focus. I'm trying not to rush the process, but I'm very stressed about how slow it has been so far, so. Here's hoping I get through the fun and games a lot quicker. I don't know. I guess we'll see. And I guess you'll see when you keep watching the rest of my vlogs. So make sure, same shameless plug, that you are subscribing and hitting the bells and doing all the ding-a-lings and whatever you're supposed to be doing. But this girl needs to get some sleep. So thank you guys, as always, for watching and following along. And hopefully someday this book will be published and we can look back on these and laugh. Remember when you struggled with those revisions, Laura, and now look. You're a Pulitzer Prize winning, no. Yeah, right. Let's just get the book done, okay? All right, guys. I'm going to get some sleep. I hope you all are sleeping away in your beds and not staying up way past your bedtime. Thank you, as always, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!